I feel like poo poo doo poo water. I ate that ghost protein cereal and I think I'm 100% convinced. Oh my god. I just gagged. We got we got a hungry girl over there. She threw up and we ran out of wet food. So this is what we have to choose from. He got a couple different brands. 2 fancy feasts and a Purina one. The first fancy feast is chicken feast and gravy. And the second one, chicken recipe and gravy. We're gonna feed our girl and I have a casting tomorrow. So I have to be up and ready. I think I'm gonna get up at like 6 a.m., but we'll see how that goes.
You cleaned it. Don't even have to wash it. Today was 7 out of 10.
I said mine was a 4.
A 4. Yeah, no, yours was like, I feel like yours should have been worse.
Really?
Yeah. You were like in bed for half of it. In pain. I don't know what's worse than that. Good night, everybody. Sleep tight.
I don't want to be awake right now. And I'm using a microphone so I don't wake up Greg. Let's check what time it is. I'm just not a morning person, and I never have been, but I have to take a shower. I need to have like the light really bright and on because it helps me wake up. I'm just not a morning person. But then when I like see the sky, I'm like, oh, this is really nice. It's cold, so I don't want to go in. I have to wait for it to warm up. And the good news, Greg is up. My boyfriend, he's awake, so I can talk. But I almost don't want to be honest. I'm just not a morning person, and I never have been, and I just don't know what to do to fix that. I'm into skincare, but not the crazy amount that you would think. But all the stuff I wear on my face is usually really simple and probably from the ordinary. That's just the way it is. And for eye cream, I use this Shiseido moisturizer. Ooh. This Shiseido moisturizer that's like apparently anti-aging, but I just use it as an eye cream because I want to make it last, because it was like $70 and that shit's expensive. Okay. Usually for sunscreen I wear the Black Girl sunscreen. I bought the Ordinary's version, and low-key I love it. I love this shit. It's so good. I just feel like it's really glowy, and I guess this is a serum moisturizer or serum sunscreen. I feel like I had to squirt that on my face. It's so liquidy. I think it's because it's a serum. I recently got a facial, and I want you to look at my skin right now. I just feel like it looks incredible. I have like a couple little pimples on my forehead, but other than that, she looks flawless, and I fear I'm addicted. I finally upgraded my toothbrush, and I love her, and she's so sleek. This is her. She's incredible. Lost color in my face. For curl cream, I do use Not Your Mother's Curl Talk. I just feel like she works the best for me, and I always let my hair air dry. My hair tends to be more wavy these days instead of curly. I think it's just because it's long. Because she really has the potential to be curly, but since I have so much hair, it's like weighing it down. And then I seal it with some gel. I just use the Tresemme one. For my castings, they always want my hair natural for the most part. And then on the occasion, I'll have my hair straight and be like, hope you like. Now we let this air dry for a couple hours. The whole reason why I get up super early for work or for castings is because of my hair. Because I feel like I blow dry it, it doesn't look the same, and I like it better when it's air dried. It's like less frizzy that way. Looks a little bit more moisturized. Personally, I don't mind the frizziness. I think it's kind of cool, but hair artists on set don't really love it because the camera can capture it and it looks, I don't know, that's a whole debacle. So trying to be as anti-frizz as possible. I need coffee so bad. I need coffee so bad. I'm delirious. When I don't have my coffee in the morning, I think I shut down. It's like robotic, I think. Pour over can be very meticulous, so when you're in the morning trying to like function, it's just not the best way of making coffee, but it tastes amazing. Now we wait. This is probably the favorite part of my day, sitting down and drinking my first sip of coffee. I don't know, there's just something so relaxing watching the morning sunrise and then also being with my cat. There's just something about it that the feeling that I can't explain to you. I totally forgot to say that this is my favorite mug in the whole entire world because it's Harry Potter themed, and when you put heat in it, it changes colors and it reveals the map of Hogwarts and who's walking around. Peter Pettigrew. So yeah, this is my favorite mug right now. This is kind of my morning routine, so I will just sit here, do some work, answer some emails until I get ready for my casting. I am gonna have to walk because Fashion Week is coming up, but Fashion Week isn't my forte. I don't usually do Fashion Week. I'm usually a campaign girl, a beauty girl, an e-com girl. That's where the money is, that's where the money is. These shows only pay like $100. What am I gonna do with $100? I guess I could pay for my phone bill and a coffee. Okay, just so everyone knows, when you see all the models walking the shows, they're most likely getting only paid definitely under $500 for sure. Unless you're like a supermodel. But even then, I don't know. Because it's an honor, right? It's an honor. It's mainly because there's no money in the high fashion world right now. My washing machine is making so much noise. It's because it's spinning. But there's just no money in the high fashion world right now. In editorial, and with like the added tariffs, like good luck getting those clothes, like the fabrics, I mean. Because sometimes they're made overseas because it's cheaper. But now that the tariffs are in action, it's just that much harder for authentic designers to get the fabric and clothes they need because it's too expensive, and nobody wants to pay for high-end designer stuff because nobody can afford it. Anyway, that being said, I am going to a casting for one of these shows. My walk is a little rusty, but I'll show you later, I guess. I'm so happy because this month it's September and the Renaissance Fair is in a couple weeks. I got my corset. I had to get a cheaper one because I'm just not in the forte to buy like a $200 corset right now. But I did get one to put over a dress I already own. I'm just really excited about that. Let's see, it's September 4th and I'm going to the Ren Fair on the 21st with my girls. I can't wait to drink the beer, have a turkey leg, shop around at the shops, have the elves say hello with their little trinkets. I can't wait for all that shit, to be honest. And I just started the book Quicksilver, so that's just been on my mind lately. I've been like struggling with what to do. I have about an hour to fuck around on my laptop and then I have to get ready. But see, this is why I like to get up early, because then I have time to drink my coffee, choose out an outfit, and put on some makeup for my casting. I'm also meeting a friend later. I think I just stepped on a needle.
Needle?
What? I don't know, I felt like it. Oh. So what's that? Giant cheese. That's what it was. What?
Dried cheese.
I had to put a sweatshirt on because I was cold. It's like 70 degrees out. Shit. For castings, you have to do your makeup very minimal. It's like giving no makeup vibes to the max. It's a little unfortunate for me because I kind of like a full coverage look, but for it to look like skin. And that's kind of hard to achieve, okay? So first I do brows. Just fill in the ends because again, they want a no makeup look, okay? Those casting directors can clock makeup and will clock makeup. You know what I got that I'm excited that's coming in? Is the thing that you attach to the back of your phone that like shows you what you're seeing. Because I film with my back camera on my phone if I vlog with my phone because that's just what I do. And I have a camera, but once I realized that 28 years later the movie was filmed on all iPhones, I was like, oh, we can film on our phones, girls. You do not have to get an EOS whatever, a Canon whatever. I mean, only if you want to and have the money, but if money's tight, girls, an iPhone will do. Even an Android, you could like make it look vibey, you know, a little fuzzy. I'd watch that. She is the moment, okay? She's the star, as they say. My bestie gifted me a bunch of tier stuff because they sent her a huge PR package because she's a celeb makeup artist. Shout out. And this concealer happens to be my favorite right now on the market. I like that it's thicker. I like that it's a stick. And I feel like it's like yellow enough for my skin tone. And I might not wear the foundation because the concealer is enough. If you want to do like the no makeup vibe, you know, just covering some redness I have. That's why I like foundation so much, because I never really have a lot of blemishes. Just some discoloration, maybe a little texture sometimes, and a little foundation just to even the skin tone is perfect. You know, I don't always need concealer, but it's really thick and creamy, the concealer. And I feel like you could work it well into your fingers. Like, I feel like that gave me a really good base to work with and really helped with my redness. Maybe I do like the tiniest bit of foundation, just especially on my forehead to kind of match the color that's going on. I hate taking my anxiety medication because I have two different ones. I have an SSRI and then I have like an off-brand Xanax for panic attacks, but I've been getting in the habit of taking them like once a week when I have to wake up early. So I did it last night, so I'm feeling a little like mute. But I just like don't want to get into the habit of doing that, but I'm just not a morning person. I feel like reading has really helped me, so I got Quicksilver yesterday and that was kind of a big help. So I was reading Quicksilver. It's giving, oh, she just stole this like gauntlet. It's like in the very beginning, so I'm not spoiling anything if you haven't read it yet. It happens in the first literally 3 pages. That's how far I got. But I had to stop watching Fourth Wing, or watching. I say watching because the dead has to be a movie in my head when I start reading. But yeah, I had to stop reading the second book of Fourth Wing because, I don't know, it was just like, it wasn't speaking to me. I feel like things were going slow. I didn't think that like, there's just like too many secrets going on. I just feel like Xaden isn't always telling the truth. I mean, neither is Violet, but like, it's not even like maybe the truth, but it's just like, do you love her or not? Like, I don't like that she said it first. Like, he has to say it first, you know? And I think maybe he said it already in the second book at where I'm at, because I'm at like 60% done and whatever. You guys don't care, especially if you haven't read it. Anyway, I think reading helps me at night. This is a cool toned contour stick. Need a cool toned one because actually it's not even a contour stick. It's like a artist color crayon, so I think it can just be used for whatever. Maybe even a little lip action. But I feel like my face, since I eat cereal, I eat sugar, so I feel like I get swollen down here. So a little contour goes a long way for me. And listen, contour is probably a no-no for castings, but guess what? I don't fucking care. Usually we're not supposed to have our nails done or like have any intricate designs, but guess what? I did these myself. Little cow print, sorta. And they're short still, okay? And I'll take them off if I have a job, you know? You can't take away all my creativity, you know? I get that we're supposed to be like a clean canvas during castings, but I need to be creative, okay? If this is gonna be my career. Self-expression is like so important to me. And that includes, you know, doing my nails sometimes, doing my makeup crazy sometimes. Not to castings, but you know, outside of castings. Like I would love to wear black eyeliner to my castings, but I just can't. I'd probably get in trouble for that. Unless I came from like, I don't know, like a job or something. I have been makeup assisting a little bit because my bestie has been trusting me. I hope she asks me again, but I've been enjoying it. It's been fun. Modeling, I think, is definitely my career vibe, but it's so fun to assist. I love doing it. You know, and I have so much free time with modeling that it helps to like stay busy, so that's been fun. It's about to be up for me though, because it's about to be fall, and it feels like the September I remember, you know? I don't know about last year, but a few years before that, it was giving like 80 something degrees in September, sometimes even 90. Shit. But today it's 70 and it's September like 3rd or 4th or something. And I feel like that's the September I remember when I was like 14, you know? When I do my makeup, makeup always gets in my coffee and then I drink it. Don't care. And I never did. Usually I would have like a little powder pad, but since I want it to be super natural and it doesn't need to last super long, I'm just using a small brush to powder my T-zone and in the areas where I need. I do a little extra right here to define that contour. It has been my life's mission to achieve a no makeup base. And I think I'm like slowly getting there. Each year it gets better, and then sometimes I have a downfall in my makeup, whether that's eyebrow blindness or lip blindness. Those are the two I struggle with the most because I've always liked a pale lip. I don't know why. I just have. This is my Patrick Star setting spray. That is like holy grail that also bestie Ryan put me on. It melts the powder into your skin. One time I put way too much and that shit started dripping down my face. And I was like, no, wait. But I layer it. I do like 3 layers of this. Sometimes when I do light makeup, I don't need to do that. But I got Botox in my forehead and I'm so happy I did. Not only for, well, anti-aging stuff, but like it helps my makeup look better. That's a thing we should be talking about too. Maybe we should be less marketing towards like anti-aging and more like it makes your makeup look smoother, you know? That's literally why I got Botox in my forehead, because I noticed when I would do my makeup, I put foundation there, and when I would raise my eyebrows, there'd be like 3 creased lines. I guess that can be cute if you're going for like a grungy vibe, but which is most of the time I like. But you know, when I'm going for a natural look to my castings, I have to have it clean base, so the Botox was nice for me. Then I add a couple freckles back. I've been doing the tiniest bit of lip liner because when I wore lip liner to my casting for the first time like a few weeks ago, I booked that shit and it was like a beauty job that paid good. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'll just be wearing this lip liner every time I go to a casting. I kind of want to get there early to the fashion casting because, oof, when it's fashion week, sometimes it's hours in that bitch. I just like my lips to look huge. I don't know what you want from me. And to add a little bit of moisture, I do this like tier, take a couple of tabs because it has a little color in it, but it adds a little bit of moisture. Okay, now I have to get dressed. Casting outfits are always casual, comfy, a little stylish. When you get there, sometimes the designers will have you change into their clothes. So it's just like jeans, tank top, like whatever. Okay, let's go get dressed. So like I said, castings need to be very simple, but a little stylish. Since it's 70 degrees outside, I thought, what a cool thing to be wearing a Canadian suit, which is just denim on denim. And I liked the way that Acne Studios have been doing their denim lately, and this is not Acne Studios, but it's giving that. So I thought, I'll give this a go. And underneath, because you know they always like to see skin, it's gonna be a white t-shirt. And I think that was the best option for me for this casting and to meet my friend afterward. So let's change, shall we? I'm technically ready. There's just something about being perceived in that way at 10 in the morning that just doesn't sit right with me. But I get it. But I'm ready to be in and out of there. In fact, I want to tell you a little story about one of my first castings when I started modeling. Let me tell you a little story about one of the first castings I ever did. Very well-known brand, okay? I guess known for their jeans. Whatever. So I didn't know that I should be well-groomed going to castings, and I know what you're thinking. When you're going to a casting for clothes, wouldn't you shave? Yes, I shaved my legs. But you know what I didn't shave? Right. So, because I thought it was for jeans, I thought everything was well and swell. And I was also on my period, so that is also another reason why I didn't shave down there, okay? So I got to the casting, and it was a pretty long line. I started to notice the models were posing in underwear. And I thought, oh, well, what do I do? Since it was one of my first castings, I didn't want my agents to be mad at me that I missed the casting. So I had no other choice but to wait until it was my turn. So I waited. Then they called my name. For some reason, I was hoping they weren't going to give me any underwear, but they did. They 100% did, okay? And so while I was in the changing room, my mind was racing. I was like, do I tell them I'm not comfortable with this? Because sometimes that's normal and like not every model wants to shoot underwear. But since it was my first casting, I didn't want other brands to think I wasn't comfortable in shooting in underwear because I was. It was just giving Bush Central. So I changed into the underwear. And there I was with maybe 10 people behind the desk. They could have all been casting directors, don't know. There I was posing in underwear. And with probably like 20 other models watching, directed right at the bush. Because when people are posing in underwear, where do you look? The groin. So I'm sharing that story with you today because I didn't shape my groin. And if they want me to be in underwear, you know what? I am going to change into it. But I have a big feeling that it won't be. Because it's for a fashion show. But you never know. You never know. Sometimes they be sending those models in nothing. So, we'll see.